I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And it's Friday, February 11th, 2011. With me today is Justin and Ashley over at the news desk. We have news from around the country just ahead in our daily segment of The Rundown, as well as what's happening around Oakcrest today and tomorrow.
Remember, Falcon TV is always on the web. Whether it's video, photos, or information, we've got all of it. If you ever miss our show or want to catch the rest of today's show and other content, visit our website, which is at the bottom of the screen.
Also, you can follow our Twitter feed, OHS Falcon TV, to see what's happening around Oakcrest and the rest of the world. Alright, let's head over to Ashley and take a look at what stories are making headlines nationally and at Oakcrest today in today's edition of The Rundown.
Our first story today looks at one superintendent who is sacrificing literally everything to save what he has at his school. The superintendent of Lake Oswego Schools in Oregon says he'll retire early and donate part of his salary to help save jobs. Bill Korak is offering to retire early but still keeps working. He said he wants his $140,000 a year salary cut to $75,000. In our second story, it has been reported that actress Julia Roberts will play the evil queen in the newest film version of the Disney classic Snow White. And finally, in Oakcrest news, there are 5:30 buses today for anyone staying after school. And later tonight, the 21 Down stand, sponsored by the Student Council, will be held in the cafeteria. That was your rundown for today. I'll be back in just a moment for more on those stories and weird and wacky news.
Thanks, Ashley. Now, before we get into those headlines and other news from around Oakcrest and the rest of the country, make sure you head over to the Falcon TV website for the links, photos, videos, and podcasts, as well as a link on information how to order the Oakcrest Football 2010 DVD. Also, don't forget, Oakcrest Media is still selling Falcon wristbands. They're still only $2 and they say "We bleed blue and gray." You can get one by stopping down to the media studio or by seeing a member of the media classes or media club.
Alright, let's head over to Ashley to get those details on those stories from the beginning of the show.
Thanks, Tom. In national news, in an effort to cushion looming budget cuts, the superintendent of Lake Oswego Schools says he'll retire early and donate part of his salary to help save jobs. Superintendent Bill Korak offered to retire early but still keeps working. He said he wants his $140,000 a year salary cut to $75,000. He would then donate that $75,000 to the Lake Oswego Educational Foundation. He hopes the donation will save the jobs of one teacher and staffer. He'll rely only on his retirement for the next few years. He said he would work reduced hours under a renegotiated contract. The district could save close to $2 million by closing half its elementary school and sending sixth graders to middle school. And in entertainment, Julia Roberts could definitely shirk her America's Sweetheart rep in her role as the meanest stepmother of all time, the evil queen in an untitled Snow White film project. Roberts, who is 43, has closed the deal to become the poison apple-wielding villain, the new adaptation of the classic Brothers Grimm fairy tale. As for the queen's beautiful stepdaughter who befriends dwarves, that role has yet to be cast. The flick is set to be released in June 2012, 6 months before a competing project, Snow White and the Huntsman. The other film cast Charlize Theron in the same evil queen role, with Viggo Mortensen as the hunter. The Snow White role has yet to be cast, although Kristen Stewart has been rumored frontrunner. And in Hollywood, another marriage has come to an end. The 2.5-year marriage of Ashley Simpson Wentz and Pete Wentz is over. The couple announced through a spokesperson that after careful consideration, they have made the difficult decision to file for divorce. The happiness and well-being of their son, Bronx, remains their number one priority. The couple cites irreconcilable differences as the cause. And finally, General Motors, the same automaker that's been winning awards with the gasoline-optional Chevrolet Volt, is clearly going after the fossil fuel crowd with a 550-horsepower version of its Camaro Performance Coupe. Unveiled at the Chicago Auto Show Wednesday, this version of the Camaro will be considerably more powerful and much more expensive than the 426-horsepower Camaro SS. That's now available. This Camaro ZL1 has the same supercharged 6.2-liter V8 engine used in the CTS-V line of Cadillac luxury cars. While pricing hasn't been announced yet, it's almost certain to be the most expensive Camaro available. Ultimately, he said, it will be one of the few models in GM's lineup that will sell in lower number than the Volt. That was your national news for today. Let's take a look at what's happening around Oak Crest.
In Oakcrest news, sign-ups for girls lacrosse are being held in room 100, and the tryouts for this year's team will take place on March 4th, 5th, and 7th. Valentine's Day grams are being sold by the French Club again this year in room 214 up until the big day. Get them from Miss Schaefer in 214 for only $1 or $2 depending on what you want, and they'll be delivering during 12th period.
For other clubs and meetings, the National Honor Society will hold a meeting in room 403 on the 15th to discuss new member inductions and a new fundraiser. And also, on Tuesday, the 15th, the ASL Club, or American Sign Language Club, will be holding a meeting in room 206, and on Wednesday, the 16th, a meeting will be held in room 200. For all juniors interested in participating in the prom committee, and finally, if you want to sign up to play softball this year, get down to room 415 to see Ms. Rath before the 14th.
Drama is working hard and coming down to the last few days of preparing for their upcoming musical, Les Mis, which is just around the corner. Happening next Thursday and Friday, February 17th and 18th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, February 19th at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at the door in advance. Faculty and staff get one complimentary ticket, and for everyone else, advanced sales are taking place. Tickets are $8 for all door sales, $10 for adults, and $8 for students and seniors.
There are no sports today, but tonight the annual 21 Downs Dance, sponsored by the Student Council, will be taking place here in the cafeteria from 6 to 9 p.m. Today, there will be 5:30 buses for anyone staying after school.
Alright, let's take a look at our video clip of the day.
Falcon Sports.
On yesterday's Oakcrest Sports Ticket, the golf team pulled off a doubleheader when it staged a women's match at Blue Heron Pines while also participating at the Coaches Tournament at Linwood Country Club. In the Coaches Tournament, Matt Siegel finished with the most impressive score of any Oakcrest golfer since the tournament began, with a top 20 finish. Meanwhile, the girls hosted Vineland High and defeated them in a shortened match, 103-128. This ups their record to 2-0. Leading the Lady Falcons were Kelly Muller with an impressive 29, Paula Agaruso's 34, and Amanda Paggi's 40. Good job, Oakcrest golfers. On this weekend's Oakcrest Sports Ticket, today after school, the boys and girls track will compete in the Atlantic County Championships at EHT High School. The golf team and tennis team will travel to Ocean City, while the softball teams will host the Ocean City Red Raiders. And last but not least, boys.
To Minneapolis, where a woman cited for attempting to mail a puppy with almost certainty not to get the animal back. Despite her determined appeal, that was the decision handed down by the administrating hearing officer late Monday morning in a case that has received national attention. Stacy Champion, who is 39, was charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of animal cruelty after authorities say she tried to mail the pup to her son in Georgia as a birthday present. The dog, a 4-month-old poodle schnauzer mix, was sealed tightly in a priority mailbox with no food, water, or air holes. A clerk at the U.S. Postal Service found the puppy, whose name is Guess. When the box fell off the counter, seemingly by itself, the clerk picked up the box and heard panting inside. A spokesperson for the post office says the puppy would likely have died if not discovered. Champion was asked what made her think it was okay to ship a puppy through the mail. She told the court there was no sign at the post office telling her what she can or cannot ship. They don't have a display or what should be shipped and what should not be shipped, she claimed.
Month is Black History Month, and all throughout the month, Falcon TV will spotlight those African Americans who have made a difference in our world and communities. Here's a look at today's story of how African Americans are making a difference every day.
Rosa Parks, she's such a pioneer, and every great action a lot of times starts with one person, and she was the person, that took a stand. Well, I don't think there's enough awards that you can give to someone that literally changed our country. Our country, as great as it was, there was so much segregation, there were so many negative things that, were on our country. And, for someone that really changed it, not just by sitting in a seat, but by that simple act of defiance, You can't give enough awards, you can't give enough accolades to her or her family, and I think it's great that even though it changed things, for the good for some people, for the bad for others, I think the fact that she's still getting recognized and at the highest level, means a lot, to everyone.
Don't forget, we're always online and you can always catch up on anything you missed on today or past episodes by visiting us back on YouTube and by emailing us your questions and comments at talentproductions@yahoo.com.
That was your news for today. I'm Tom, and for Justin and Ashley and everyone here on the Falcon TV news team, thanks for watching today.
Wherever you're watching from, have a great Friday and have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday for more of the Oakcrest and world news that you need on the News at 9 on Falcon TV. Have a great day.